Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fast Track Lap 6. It's Friday night. I thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kim Danke. I am the Shibboleth new member Fast Track instructor, and this is being recorded as well as being broadcast on Facebook. It is meeting style, so that means that we can see each other and we can chat, and I like to get to know you, and it helps me to see your face. So if you are willing to share your screen, I would absolutely love it. For those of you watching on Facebook, hey, Polly, I see you there on Facebook. Please click that share button in the bottom left-hand corner, and then just click share now, and it'll be off and get to the person that needs this life-saving information. So we're going to go ahead, and I give everybody until 3 minutes after the start time of class to get logged in. So if those of you on Facebook, please say hello. If you are a member, please say how much weight you have lost, and let's encourage some people tonight. And if you are in the Zoom room, please click your chat button, and never mind, it's not a chat. You can talk to me. You can unmute and say hello, Brenda. Brenda's lost 6 pounds since
Hello.
Hey, Brenda. Where do you live, Brenda?
Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, awesome. Well, great. I hope you can understand me.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Just kidding. I mean, people have teased me over the years that I have a pretty strong Southern accent, so I was just joking.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes. Holly is saying hello again on Facebook. So how long have you been on the living the lifestyle, Brenda?
I basically joined a month ago. I had a consult about a week ago, and I really started only a week ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
6 pounds is great. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Okay, so it's 7:32. I don't think anybody else is going to join us. If they do, they can come on. So we're going to go ahead and go live, and I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go over lap 6. Now, Brenda, have you been doing these laps and keeping up with these laps?
I did all the laps before you started them over again, but then I didn't know how to get myself on to doing them with you live. So I did watch 2 on replay, and then I signed up for this one and the one tomorrow.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. Well, and the way that this works for anybody watching, the way that this works, once you get into Fast Track, you could start at any time. So the reason the laps are numbered rather than have like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because anybody could start Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, whenever you want to start, and then just kind of work your way through the laps. But the physical live classes that we do start on Sunday night and go through Saturday night, and then they repeat again and repeat again. So Brenda, if you want to and feel like it, you can do this again. And I'm just going to tell you, it does not hurt to hear especially the Sunday and Monday night information over again. Doesn't hurt at all. And then what the other laps are doing, like lap 2, is really trying to help you get your account set up so that it can give you good graphs and data and all of that fun stuff. And then in lap 3, we're really building some meals on a worksheet. And then lap 4, 5, and 6, and 7 are really just me trying to shorten your learning curve on how to use this awesome and amazing website. Because if you've seen it be done, then you're more familiar, you'll go there more often, and you'll really benefit from these tools. So,
excellent.
Good. We're going to go ahead and do lap 7. Lap 7. And I'm just going to do this just as I would do it if I were doing this on my own, and how I would anticipate that other people, like right now, you're watching and paying attention, but when you hop off of here, I want you to know how to be able to go do those things. So I'm just going to do exactly what I would do. I always hover over the task that needs to be done, and a black box pops up. This black box tells you specifically why you're doing that task and if there's anything special you need to know about completing that task. So this one is super simple. It's just check out the combination chart for advanced members and watch the class that goes with it. Okay, so we're going to click right here. And this is the advanced combination chart. So have you had a chance to look at the advanced one, this one, Brenda, or are you still working on? Okay. This
No, I did.
my favorite.
I'm not allowed to use MCT or coconut oil though, so I don't know if I would be able to still do it, but just replace it with something else or not.
So I would use 0-calorie cooking spray.
Okay.
Yes, I would not choose to use an unapproved shibboleth oil. I would not choose to use olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, or anything like that. That will hinder your results. So since you're unable to use those, just use 0-calorie cooking spray, water. You could even use chicken bouillon or beef bouillon, something like that if you wanted to cook it in that. But can you use ghee butter? Like butter's just clarified. It's just butter that's been clarified.
I don't know. I'll check with the doctor on that, but I do know that I usually use the ones that you mentioned because I can't use those other oils because they're inflammatory oils and they don't go well with my immune disorder.
Gotcha.
So that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And the ghee butter, if you can do regular butter, you can probably do ghee butter because what that is it's just had all the milk solids clarified out so that you don't have fat storage when so once it's been clarified, it's just the natural fat from butter. That's all that's left. That's what that is. So the reason I'm asking about that is if you want something that has a butter flavor, then that might be a good thing to use. But there's also a Brummel and Brown yogurt butter if you're looking for butter. And there's also, I can't believe it's not butter spray that you can use too. But just cooking, I would just use 0-calorie or the other things I mentioned. Now, just to kind of give everybody an idea of what you are seeing here, we have 3 columns. This blue column here is a fast weight loss column. It's fast because it's doing things differently than you were before you came to Shibboleth, okay? Now, we still call this the scenic route. It means like, let's say we were going to the beach and I got on the scenic route. I would still get to the beach. It would just take me a little bit longer. Let's say that you got on the highway. That's like in that yellow column. And let's say Phyllis, who's joined us here, gets on the interstate. This is like the red column, the interstate, okay? But really, they're all going to get you there. It just depends on how quickly you want to get there. So this one I like to call the lifestyle column because a lot of times when people are first getting started, they really do want to see these awesome results. So they'll stick with these simpler meals over here. But if you have something once or twice a week that's over here, it will be fine too. But a lot of times people, now it's just because people want to lose weight quick, they do the others. But this is our lifestyle column. And this is our faster column, and then this is blowtorch. You'd be blowtorching fat like you'd blowtorch butter. And the reason that one is that way is because of the MCT that's added. MCT is a thermogenic oil, so it's a medium chain triglyceride, so it's a shorter fat lipid and it's less dense. A long chain triglyceride takes much longer to burn up and it's more dense. So this one has a muscle preserving effect and a metabolism building effect. I'm going to write that thing down that you said about it being inflammatory, and I want to look that up because I've not been told that, and I like to learn things, so I'm curious.
I have a heart issue, and my cardiologist told me that they contribute to the atherosclerosis.
Oh, that's
so that's why I stay away from all the vegetable oils because of those being inflammatory.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So your best bet is going to be all the other things we talked about already. Okay, so that's this task right here in Fast Track is just to simply print this. If you do not have a printer, which some people don't have a printer, you could screenshot it, you could save it on your computer, you could just know where it is on the Shibboleth website. But once you feel comfortable that you have access to this information and understand what it is, you can check that box in the Fast Track. But what I'd like to do real quick for those people watching is I'd like to read one of these combinations. This says category 1, lean protein, plus a category 2, fibrous carb, plus a category 3, energy carb. So these numbers that you are seeing are not quantity. This is just the category number so that we can get more information on a chart rather than writing out lean protein, rather than writing out the words fibrous carb. So that's what you've got here. Now, on Sunday and Monday night, we really hone in on what this all means. And one of the most important things that any member can do in the beginning is to write down all the foods they like and then look them up in the food library so that they are aware of what they like. Because you've got to know what category foods these things are in. So let's say that you like some black-eyed peas. Well, they are an energy carb, which is a category 3 energy carb. So by this chart, if you want to eat black-eyed peas, you would need to put that with a lean protein and a fibrous carb and eat it all in the same meal. So that might simply look like 96% lean ground beef with green beans and black-eyed peas, which is just a good old traditional meal. But some people don't put that all together and they overeat the peas and all kinds of stuff. And we're learning how to make it all work for us. So once you are confident that you know about this advanced combination chart and have access to it, you just check that box right there. Okay, the next thing is, and this is I love this feature. There's a lot of search features in the website, but this one is about the video library. The search bar in the video library can be used to find videos on a specific topic. Please find the search bar in the video library and search for survival kit. This will generate a list of videos tagged with the keywords for survival kit. Next, search for hemp. This will generate a list of videos tagged with the keyword hemp. Notice the heart for each video. You can heart your favorite videos for easy access. So if you find that you really have been touched by a video or the information that's in that video you think you might want to access again, you can heart it and you'll be able to find it. So let's go there. I'll click that link. It is taking me directly to the Silver Member Library. And here is the search bar right up here. So I'm going to click right there. And the first thing I'm going to type in is survival kit. The reason that I have y'all search for survival kits is because it's important to know how to have a survival kit either in your purse or your car or work. You know, maybe you create a little work drawer. Maybe you take some things in your car or your purse. So you kind of want to know the things that would be useful for that. So here's a video on survival kits and then all of these. And I tell you what, I watch all of these videos because I learned something different from watching every single one of them, because there's something is said a different way every single time. It just kind of edits and continues to build your knowledge. So there's all kinds of videos there on survival kits. So I do suggest that you look for that one. And now we are going to search for hemp. The reason that I have you search for hemp is because people are curious about why we talk about hemp hearts and hemp flakes and things like that, hemp bars, and hemp is a really good product for you, but you got to know the right way to use it and what type of thing to purchase. My favorite video that I would like for anybody to watch is this one right here. He did this last April and it is excellent. So I'm going to click there. And I'm going to show you how to heart something. Because if you don't have time to watch it right now, you can at least heart it. Yes, yeah, I've already got it hearted. Okay. 18 other people have also hearted this, which is good. Now, something else that's really cool. You can also rate these videos. If you really like them, you can rate them. So we've got all kinds of little features in this website. So to find my favorites, see right here, I can click right there and see all of the videos that I have hearted previously. And as you can see, I've hearted a lot of food videos. These food videos show you how to make a taco dip that will help you, not hurt you. Make pizza bites that will help you, not hurt you. So I like all of those videos. So those are the ones I've hearted. Now I'm going to go back to the video library and I want to show you something. See these features right here? Watch how this changes the way my video library looks. Okay, this would be a list style. See how it's just in a list? I really don't like that style. because I think it's just more complicated, but we have it because somebody along the line has said, hey, I want this. So we've added it. This one is video blocks. I'll show you what that one looks like. So you just have to play with those little features and see which ones you like best. And so they're like this. This is not bad at all. I just like the one that shows you. I like this one, the detail level, and I'll show you why. When you click on detail level, you then have all of these topics to choose from. And then you can come over here into the video library and find those. So play around and see which one you like. Anybody that lets me have access to their computer or their phone, I change it to detail because you're just going to like it better. So the detail version of the video library is best. And then all I want you to do to feel confident that you can check this off is to search for survival kit and make sure you're able to pull it up. Search for hemp and make sure you're able to pull it up, okay? And if you don't have time to watch those 2 videos right then, heart them. Heart the ones you want to watch. You can go back and watch them. Okay, so now we're going to familiarize ourselves with the restaurant guide. The Shibboleth lifestyle teaches nutrition for all situations. Eating in restaurants does not have to mean a holiday. When looking at the restaurant guide, locate the restaurants you frequent the most often. Read through the list of items listed and open several that you think you would enjoy. It's important that it is not assumed that you can eat the meal just as it's listed on the menu. You want to order the meal just as we tell you to do it. Ordering instructions will be available for each menu item listed. Reading this before you go to a restaurant can help you prepare a survival kit if you would like. You might like to screenshot a few of your favorites to have them handy. One thing about the restaurant guide, I'll tell people, know the things that you might order at your favorite fast food restaurants. Practice ordering them so they roll off your tongue, because it's those times when you've left work, you've picked up the kids from school, or there's been a road rage incident on the interstate and you just are frustrated and you just want to not have to do anything when you get home. Just go through a fast food restaurant, but order properly. You can have control over that. And it does feel very empowering when you can't control other things to be able to control this. So I want you to know how to order at a restaurant. So we're going to click here and we're going to look at the restaurant guide. I'm going to show you the 2 ways that you can view this. So right here, it says the number 1 rule for eating at any restaurant is that you can have any lean protein and fibrous carb, any protein plus fat and a fibrous carb, and any shellfish and a fibrous carb. That works anywhere. Now, keep in mind, at restaurants, we consider all meat a category 4 protein plus fat. Now, the reason we consider that way is because when they have taken chicken breast, which at home you cooked it, it would be a lean protein because you would cook it in the proper oil or water or whatever you're doing, then you would still remain with a lean protein. But when they take it and they cook it in an oil, basically they have taken a lean protein and turned it into a protein plus fat. Same thing with shrimp and all that kind of stuff. You don't know what oil they cooked it in. And the reason we call everything a category 4 protein plus fat as a restaurant is that will determine what you order with it. Because we wouldn't order energy carbs, which are category 3s. We wouldn't order fruit, which are category 5s, and we wouldn't order 6s, which are category, superfood. We would not order those with it. So at a restaurant, you're pretty much like chicken and broccoli, steak and asparagus, salmon and green beans. You're doing something like that, or a side salad. I go oftentimes and order a burger on a side salad. I just order a burger on a salad with the other little things that I can have, and I just have a burger salad. I mean, they do that with grilled chicken salads, don't they? I just like burgers, so that's what I do. So if you wanted to look at the list like this, just all of them all listed out and just kind of scroll, and if you have time and you're wanting to just look at things, that's a great way to just kind of scroll through things and look. But if you want to go just directly to the recipe, the restaurant, you can click right there. I just clicked on Cracker Barrel. And there we go. There's all the little things that we could order at Cracker Barrel. So easy to eat at Cracker Barrel. So that's just a simple thing. That's what you do. But you want to familiarize yourself with the recipe library. Not the recipe. I did that last night. The restaurant guide. You want to familiarize yourself with it because this is one of the benefits of membership is that you have all this at your fingertips. And guess who did the work? We did. You didn't have to do the work, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody else that had already done the work, and I was willing to pay for it. And I was thankful, but it didn't cost much either. But what we're going to do real quick, weight loss meter. Do you see that where it says weight loss meter? This is a secondary way to look at whether or not something would be great for weight loss. So what we're going to do, the weight loss meter goes from -3 to +3. 0, right in the center, not going to help you, not going to hurt you. Negative numbers are better for weight loss. Positive numbers, when they are done in weight loss, if you do it once or twice a week, going to be fine. If you were doing it 3 times a day, every day of the week, you're probably not going to see as quick a results as you want. And they're also, you could also just save those for maintenance if you want to. But it still is a perfect day if you have one. It's just that we teach you to optimize everything. We teach you how to make the best choices. So what I'm going to do, because we got this big long list right here, we're going to see, I'm going to take this down to -1, -3. I'm going to hit set. And there we go. So at A and W, we can have a hamburger. Well, let's see how they want us to order that hamburger. It says, remove the bun. It's always going to say, remove the bun, okay? You can use a category 2 fibrous carb bread, or you can eat it without the bun. I just eat it without the bun. Now, when I go to Freddy's fast food restaurant, I just get a lettuce wrap because they do that and they make really great lettuce wraps. A single patty only. 0 calorie or close to 0 calorie condiments are preferred, but you may use up to 50 calories in approved condiments, keeping in mind that adding a lot of calories in condiments can affect the weight loss meter. And this would count as a meal replacement. Now, the reason something counts as it affects the weight loss meter is because we want you to know how to there's all these little nuances, okay? So if you have 0 calorie condiments, it makes sense that you wouldn't have 50 extra calories in your day that you might to burn off, So if you add them, you just have to know you wanted the 50 calories more than you wanted to be in a calorie deficit of that 50 calories. So it's basically you're making a choice with that, but they've got that listed as a -1. Oops. Hang on 1 second, please. I'm sorry about that. That was my 18-year-old son, and he's out flying his drone tonight, and I didn't know what was going on, so I had to answer that. Thank you for your patience. So a hot dog, they'll tell you how to have a hot dog. Then we can just scroll on down. Okay, at Applebee's, we could have a 6-ounce house sirloin. Let's see how to read that. Have with a side of steamed broccoli, house salad, or mixed greens. This is a stock photo. I really think they should get rid of those French fries in that stock photo there. With your approved dressing. See, if you're going to go eat at Applebee's, this approved dressing might go in that survival kit. You just don't order it with any croutons. Use approved condiments only and limit them to 50 calories. And always remember your portion rule. Your hands must fit over your entire meal. And it tells you there how to type that into your journal when you're writing your journal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hop off of there, but this is that thing that you want to get familiar with so that you can make good decisions. We're out at restaurants. I absolutely love all of the information that is in there because now I know what to do. I don't even go to the restaurant honestly anymore and want French fries. And I like French fries. I'm like, whoa, let me see what their broccoli tastes like, because I have tried broccoli and zucchini and things like that at all of these places around town. And I'm like, man, Taco Mac zucchini is the best. I would have never thought I would have been talking like that, but I am. Broccoli is the new French fry, y'all. Okay. So now we're going to look at.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, please.
So my husband and I usually don't do chain restaurants other than Culver's or Wendy's on a pinch. But what we do is small business restaurants, which wouldn't be listed there. Can I look at the restaurant menu in there and find something comparable to what the small business has and try to eye it up to see if it would be kind of a equal thing?
Always. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And see, that's one of the things that we're hoping that you do. That's one of the things that all that you listen to, all that you learn, and all the classes, we're hoping that this becomes your knowledge. And when you go into these places, you feel confident that you know how to order. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep in mind right here, the number one rule for restaurant dining. This would be your mom and pop stores. Okay. Any meat or a green.
Okay.
Any meat or a fiber screen. Not because the reason I clarified that is because sometimes, English peas are green, but they're an energy carb. So this is why it's important to start to figure out, what do I like? What category is it in? And then your combinations. But this number one rule for restaurants would work for what you're wanting to do. And then, of course, if you read through those, you're going to see, okay, well, I should never order the croutons. I should never order any little crispy things they have on top. You can do that at any restaurant. So yes, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Great question. Okay. So now we're going to look at wow challenges. Okay. So wow challenges. Let me move my little screen here. WOW stands for War on Weakness. WOW challenges are weird and wacky challenges where you determine in your heart and in your mind that you are going to meet that challenge for the day. WOW challenges are one-day challenges, but can be done multiple days in a row. So I don't know if you've ever seen somebody say, I'm going to pick out 5 WOW challenges and do them all week. That just means they want to have their meals picked out by the WOW challenge so they have less thinking to do, and they're wanting to try to get the best results. But they don't have to do that. Each one is a day, and you can do as many or as few as you want to in a row or none ever. But they are kind of good to have as a tool. So WOW challenges are great to practice exercising your self-discipline muscle to use after a holiday or for a perceived plateau breaker. They are designed to help you lose up to 1 pound in a day. You earn a badge for your first WOW challenge, and the number increases on that badge for each WOW challenge attempted and completed. It must be completed. Pick some favorites by hearting a specific WOW challenge to help when you hit a wall, need to regain focus, or to challenge yourself. So as you can tell, we're getting a little theme here. Anytime you see something you like in the website, heart it, because it's going to be so much easier to find things if they are in your favorites rather than, because this is the kind of post I see sometimes. Okay, I was looking at WOW challenges and I didn't heart it, and it had bran crisp in it, and it had this in it. Can anybody tell me which one that is? And we're like, no, we don't know. So anytime you're looking at anything, heart it, because it'll be easier for you to access those things. And you can always unheart things. So don't feel bad about hearting a lot of things. If you then find out you don't like that thing, just go back and unheart it. Okay. But it's better to have more hearted than less hearted and not find what you want. So let me show you how to do this. Well, this is our WOW challenge area. This right here is a video of me showing you how to complete a video. So this is going to be me sharing my screen, showing you how to accept the WOW challenge and how to complete the WOW challenge. So just for fun, we're just going to go right here to my favorites. So you can see the ones that I like to do. So I like the Beverly Ump plus a category 1 and 2 for a Beverly Hills Hollywood body. The reason they called it that, because the brand name of this ump is Beverly. And so Beverly Hills. So it's just kind of a fun, wow challenges are typically named kind of fun things. So this one is very, you get a lot of options here. So you would choose one of the following breakfasts. Now, what's cool about looking at wow challenges, it can give you lots of ideas about how to eat things. So you could have 1 scoop of Beverly Ump in Egg Whites International liquid egg whites, or in 8 ounces of Kroger Carbmaster milk. If you don't have Kroger Carbmaster milk, because if you don't have Kroger's near you, Fat-Free Fairlife should work too. I don't know why they didn't write it, but it should work. Kroger Carbmaster, I believe, has got a little bit more protein in it, but I still think that would work. And the reason that Egg Whites International specifically for egg whites is listed is because that's the only one that we really trust that if you drink it or use it raw, that it's been triple tested for salmonella and that kind of stuff. But we don't know about like little carton egg whites and stuff and at the store. So this is the one we trust. So you could do 2 scoops of Beverly Ump in 16 ounces of water. So you can see this is 1 scoop. The reason this is 1 scoop is you're getting protein in this, and then you'd be getting protein in this other liquid. But if you're using 16 ounces of water, obviously there's no protein in water, so you use 2 scoops there. Option 3, 1 scoop of Beverly Ump with 1 serving of bio coffee. So if you like bio coffee and you want it in a shake, that's a good way to do that. Option 4, 1 scoop of Beverly Ump with 1 serving of Cocoa Ringa. Cocoa Ringa is a superfood hot chocolate. It is not a high protein hot chocolate. Oh, and bio coffee, by the way, is the only alkaline coffee available on the market, which is really cool. And there's no caffeine in it. So if you don't like caffeine, that works for you. If you do like caffeine, that might just be a treat every once in a while, and you can drink your caffeinated stuff. So I do this one quite a bit. 1 scoop of Beverly Ump with 1 serving of Cocoa Ringa, and I just blend it up in the blender with water and ice, and it's like I'm eating a Wendy's Frosty, so I enjoy that. You could do 1 scoop of Beverly Ump with 1 high HealthWise. HW typically in the website stands for HealthWise, and that is a brand that we just shorten. High protein hot chocolate, and then you use the amount of water based on your desired consistency. So this particular wow challenge, you're doing the same thing for breakfast and lunch. And then for dinner, you can have one of the following: Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets with a side salad and approved dressing, or Chick-fil-A grilled chicken nuggets with an approved tortilla, or a category 1 lean protein meat with a category 2 fibers carb vegetable, or a category 7 shellfish with a category 2 fibers carb vegetable. So if you wanted to do this one, if that one sounded good to you, you just click the accept button right there, and you pick the day that you want to do that on, and that will show up in your journal. And you can decide at the end of that day, after you know that you have met that, you can go ahead and complete it. You can go into your journal and complete it. You don't have to wait to the next day to say, yeah, I did it yesterday. As soon as you're done with it, just go ahead and hit complete, and you're done. If there were any snacks allowed, they would list them here. If there were any freebies allowed, they would list them there. Typically, snacks and freebies aren't available on a wow challenge because we are trying to challenge ourselves. And regular shibboleth is easy. A wow challenge is what it's meant to be, a challenge, because we're exercising our self-discipline muscle. Beverages, typically any 0 calorie or very low calorie beverage, like 5 calories, is approved. Typically, condiments that are 0 calorie are approved. And then they would tell you if there was any exercise required, any information about supplements, and then any other instructions that you might want to do. And then right down here, you can click this and you can see a list of people who have completed that wow challenge. Look, this person completed it 33 times. Wow, she likes that one. And then all the way under here, there's people who are commenting, which is fun. It's fun to get all those comments and everything. I'm going to write here, one of my favorite wows. And then it should show up at the top right there. So anyway, that's how you play around in the wow challenges to see the ones that you would like. Now I'm going to click this back button and click on my favorites again. I think this is here. And there's one right here that was made for me because Travis was doing a little thing where he was making people wow challenges and stuff. And so that one is egg white grill for breakfast and then also Chick-fil-A for dinner. So it's only 2 meals in a day though. So that one's good. So you would want to play around with those and just, if you're looking for, I just have a hankering for some ice cream, then what you do is you do a halo top. Wow. Oh, my dog hang on. So this one, you could do an approved shake or bar for breakfast, and then it gives you that's very specific. Do not exceed 250 calories. Same for lunch, up to 250 calories of your favorite Halo Top, and for dinner, 250 calories of your favorite flavor of Halo Top. So what I like about this is, let's say that one day you're wanting some ice cream. But we are trying to edit and modify our behavior. So I ask people, ask yourself why all the time. Why? Why am I wanting that? Why am I thinking about that? And analyze what you're doing. And then you can say, okay, I want that because I'm wanting some ice cream. So then say, okay, I'm wanting some ice cream, but today's really not the day for it because I haven't planned it. It's just all of a sudden coming up in my head. Why don't I get my fill of ice cream tomorrow? Okay, so you're just delaying just a little bit. You're getting that fill. You'll probably be over ice cream after having to eat it for lunch and dinner. But so that right there is just a way to think about that. So I always think about everything that we do and how can we modify the behaviors that we had before. And because that's important. It's important to eventually get to a spot where this is not work. It's just part of what we do. We don't have to let that be controlling us anymore. So that's the way I would think about that. But y'all play around in wow challenges. Okay, now this next thing is super fun. We are going to create a personalized meal plan. So this says, this amazing tool will help you see many options for a personalized meal plan. Click a start date, choose the type of meal ideas you would like to see, then click generate. 3 breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and freebie ideas will be generated. For each item you're not interested in eating, you uncheck the box. Once you have read through each item, scroll back to the top, click generate new. For the unchecked ideas, a new idea will be generated. Continue the process until you have a meal plan you like. So we're going to click there and we're going to do one of those. So we're here at generate meal plan. We're going to pick this day. And then, so this box right here, it says only coach mode meals. This would be extremely simple meals, which honestly can be very good in the beginning so that people aren't complicating things. But what I don't like for people to do is think that we're all super simple because we have this awesome recipe library too. And if you think about the way that we eat, typically we eat simple, we eat recipe, we eat out, we eat everything. It just so we've got everything on this plan. But I am not going to check coach mode meals here today because I do want to show you where to find coach mode meals in the food library for you just to scan through those, okay? But what type of meals do you want? You're going to click on that drop-down menu. Do you want simple meals? Do you want meals based on recipes, or do you want mixed? I'm going to choose mixed, and then I'm going to click generate. All of your previous generated meal plans are saved in here as well. Okay, so now then what you do is you just simply read through these ideas. And I ask myself, would I like to eat 2 to 3 whole eggs? Typically 2 is for a lady, 3 for a man. 2 to 3 whole eggs, 1 tablespoon of hemp flakes, salt, and pepper. Cook your cook your eggs in 0-calorie cooking spray and top them with hemp flakes, salt, and pepper. Hemp flakes are available for purchase at our Shibboleth store. And we even give you a little grocery list, and the things are hyperlinked to the item. So if you're like, I don't even know what hemp flakes are, let me click here. So you click there, and there you go. You could see what hemp flakes are. You could read that they are a category 1 and 2. Now, keep in mind, when something says that it's multiple categories, it just means it has enough lean protein and enough fibrous carbs in there to be both. So that would just give you an idea of what that is. So I like the way those are linked. Now, actually, I have been wanting to try that. I never have, and Travis likes it, and he talks about it sometimes. And so I'm going to leave that checked today. Okay, this next one, approved stuff and fluff. Well, I'm not sure what stuff and fluff is, but that grocery list, egg white, cinnamon, salt extract, goodness, salt, vanilla extract, cheese, the fat-free cream cheese, Lewis Healthy Life bread, marshmallow fluff, Walden Farms calorie-free fruit spreads, and ghee clarified butter. Well, I think all that sounds good. So I would come down here and just look and see what this is. So really, I'm making some type of toast with some fluff on it and some fruit spread. I think that sounds pretty good. So I'm going to leave that there. The next one, Mexican baked eggs. Okay. All of that looks good to me. Now, me personally, I don't like green chilies. I would leave those out, but there goes the Mexican, right? But I don't like green chilies. But that sounds fine to me. So I'm going to leave that there. Fiber One protein nut chewy bar. Okay, well, I don't like those. So I'm going to take that out. Patty melt. I like patty melt. We're going to leave that in there. Turkey sandwich with Healthwise chips. I eat that all the time. So I am going to leave that in there. Dinners, barbecue roast. Sounds good to me. I'm going to leave that there. Oh, crawfish tail salad. No, I don't eat crawfish. So I'm going to uncheck that. But if you eat it, you can keep it checked. And then spaghetti squash lasagna boats. That sounds too complicated for me, so I'm going to leave that off. And then snacks, Kroger Carb Master yogurt. Okay, that sounds good. Mini lasagna bites. That sounds good. And then peanut butter and jelly cookies. Sounds good. Freebies, popcorn okra. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. And spinach chips. I probably would never make that. Let me uncheck that. And then sugar-free cello. Okay. So now y'all saw how that I unchecked some things that I just wasn't interested in. I go back to the top and I click generate new items. Heidi, I see you on Facebook. Coach mode meals. Those are very simple meals. Hang on with me. I am going to show those in just a second, okay? But you could choose that for a meal plan, but I'm going to show you where to find them, and you can just scroll through them. Okay, so let's see what else they picked for me. Okay, I kept all my breakfast stuff. Okay, so in lunches, they've added Healthwise turkey chili with half of an approved peanut butter sandwich. Okay, that sounds good. There's my patty melt. There's the turkey sandwich with Healthwise chips. Okay, for dinner, balsamic chicken with green beans. Okay, that sounds good. And then, did I take anything else out? Nope, the rest of that was good. Oh, no. Barbecue taco chicken with or without a category 2 vegetable. Sounds interesting. I might like to try that, so I'm going to leave that there. Okay, I left the snacks in. Let's have a look at the freebies. It gave me sauteed yellow squash. I probably wouldn't just saute that for that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to hit generate new items again. And I know the only thing I changed was freebies. So I'm going to come down here. Ooh, butternut squash fries. All right, I like those. No, I like those. So I'm going to leave those in freebies. And once I'm happy with my meal plan, I click confirm. So it pulls up my meal plan. If I want to print this out and use it as my grocery list, I click print. Now, one of the things that I like to do for people, suggest people do, is to 3-hole punch this and put it in a binder in your kitchen. You can always go back to these meal plans because you're generating these meal plans for yourself. So one of the things I really like about this lifestyle is that we teach people how to author their own meal plan. Isn't that important? I hear so many people say, you just tell me what to eat and I'll eat it. And I have been around long enough to say, no, you won't. You have got to figure out what you like and then you'll eat it. Not what I like. You got to figure out what you like. So I really liked that. So I'm going to print that one myself and I'm going to use that one. So we're going to hop back over to Fast Track. And once you have created a meal plan, then you could just check that box, knowing that you feel confident how to use that. Now, there's two ways to get back to this meal plan anytime you want to. You can always know that your items are in Fast Track. So you can always come back and find them right from Fast Track. But if you come right over here, see the blue menu underneath where you could put your profile picture? There's where you'd click right there. And you are at Generate Meal Plan. So that's another way to get there quickly. And then Heidi, I'm going to show you where to find just Coach Mode meals in general. So you click right here on this green button. We go to the food library. Going to scroll down all the way down to the bottom right here. See where it says Coach Mode meals right here in this longer list? Or if I continue to scroll down in the larger section, it would be all the way down here, Coach Mode meals. So let's have a look at some of those. So these, like I said, these are very simple, and so in Shibboleth, we don't really, we're not hyper focused on calories. We combine foods in a way that control insulin, and then we portion control with our two hands, and that's what really does our calories for us. So if it's properly combined and portion controlled, you're good. But what these Coach Mode meals do is we've already looked at it and we've already decided this will work, and this is almost like you decided you wanted to go on a diet. Okay. See, Shibboleth isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle, but this would be like, yeah, I'm going to go on a diet for a couple of days and I'm going to do some of these. But you could do 1 cup of pintos as a meal, 1 handful of almonds, macadamia nuts, or pumpkin seeds as a meal. And you see how these are super simple. So it just kind of depends on, do you like super simple or not? You could do 1 Quest bar with 1 Healthwise or Cocoa Ringo hot chocolate. You could do 1/3 of a hemp bar. I ate 1/3 of a hemp bar for breakfast yesterday morning and this morning, and I'll finish off that hemp bar tomorrow. This is what a hemp bar looks like. So it's a 12-inch bar. We sell these in the Shibboleth store. I highly suggest these things. They are great. And I am a nut fan. I love nuts. Well, I don't just eat nuts now because I want more than just a handful of nuts as a meal. And so I feel like when I eat this, I get my nuts and I get chocolate. So this is a 12-inch bar. I cut it at 4 inches and at 8 inches, and that thirds it. 1/3 is a meal. Extremely satisfying, which is good. This other one's like, this is coconut on here. So these have a dried fruit topping or they have a dried nut topping. This would be a great way to get in fruit and nuts with some chocolate if you like that. Okay, right here, you could have a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds as a snack, 2 hands of pistachios as a meal. So you can see we're talking like simple, but you have to remember, if you've gone to Coach Mode meals, you've gone to Coach Mode meals because it's like you want to make things go super, super fast. But also, if you are going to ever have meals that are too simple and you feel like giving up your perfect day because you didn't feel like you ate enough, just do a regular Shibboleth day and keep it perfect, okay? Because we'd rather you stay in efficient fat burning. Staying in efficient fat burning is better than giving up a perfect day for a holiday because you're hungry. Do something that's approved, that's a freebie or something like that. And these are just options. Like, for example, I had 1/3 of a hemp bar for breakfast, but then at lunch, I had food at Miller's Ale House. I went out for lunch today, and I had hamburger there. So no bun, obviously, of course. But so you don't have to do Coach Mode meals 3 times a day or anything like that either. These are just food options. Here's a Morningstar Farms Veggie Classics Veggie Dog with or without a Category 2 vegetable. Now, the reason that specifically says vegetable is because we also have Category 2 fibrous carb breads. And they were saying a vegetable would go with this. AHS cereal, I got to click on there. This cereal, this cinnamon crisp cereal is delicious. And most cereal is not good for weight loss, but this one is a -3 on the weight loss meter. Most cereal cannot be eaten dry, but this one could also be eaten dry. So I've eaten this as a snack before. But what I like to do is I like to do 2 packets with some Kroger Carb Master milk, and it is delicious. And it's a -3 meal. AHS is Advanced Health Systems. So it's just a product that is just designed for weight loss. So that's what the AHS is. So there you go. There's some cheesesteak pasta. That stuff sells like crazy out of our store. It's amazing. Fettuccine, it sells like crazy. All of these do, actually. The pancakes, I love these. So I make 1 packet would be a snack and 2 packages would be a meal. Now, obviously, I'm just talking what I do, but if you want to do it like the coach mode way, you better read it, okay? You may have 2 packages of AHS pancakes or 1 package of AHS pancakes with half a cup of egg whites as a coach mode meal. And they give you the or word right there, just gives you options, lets you make choices. I do use a 0-calorie syrup. Yep. Any wow challenge meal is a coach mode meal. So as you can see, you could just kind of scroll through here. Look, Chick-fil-A grilled chicken. It's a coach mode meal. Here's a chocolate cheesecake. That's a coach mode meal. It's 1 cup of 000 yogurt with 1 package of Healthwise pudding. So it's fun to just go through here and look and see. See right here. I don't know if you've learned yet. I don't know where you are in participating, but we usually don't eat fruit in weight loss by itself. We must combine it with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. But Travis has determined that if you want to have half a grapefruit with egg whites, that would be all right. If you wanted to have a small apple with egg whites, that would be all right. And then orange with egg whites and berries with egg whites. Now, you'll notice those are the only fruits listed there because berries, apples, oranges, and grapefruit are the lowest on the glycemic measure for fruit. So they don't have nearly as much fructose in them as other things do. So there's, look, I could just scroll. And all of these are just super simple. And you mentioned Wendy's, Brenda. There's Wendy's small chili is approved as a meal. Now, not every fast food restaurant or family style restaurants chili is approved. You'd want to make sure that's approved. Chili is not one of the things I would eat at the mom and pop shops, Brenda, because you don't know what they put in it. And you'd only want to eat a chili that Shibboleth has said is approved because there's variations in that chili, okay? But Wendy's works, and like Freddy's fast food chili works, Panera turkey chili works. So you could look up those. And then here's a Wendy's taco salad, half portion as a meal. So right now we're going to go back over to Fast Track and just remind everybody of a few things. We were in lap 6. And so after you have played around with these things and you feel comfortable that you know how to do them, how to use them, how to make the most of your membership through these features, then please check off these boxes, okay? Because sometimes when people ask us questions, we'll look in their account and see what have they done? Have they done anything to help them learn? And if we know that they have, we'll say, okay, do you remember this? Or let's go back to this. But if we know they haven't done anything, then we can direct them to Fast Track. So if you have done some of these things and still not understanding or using them, then we'll know where to start with you. So mark off the ones you've done. If you want to rewatch what we did today, this video here, like I said, is a video of me showing you how to do all those things in a quicker version than what I did tonight. Just a little 14-minute video there. And then tomorrow night, we will do lap 7. But before we wrap up tonight, I'm going to go back to lap 2. Lap 2 is extremely important. You want to make sure that in your profile, you get your beginning body weight and your measurements in your profile. So this right here. So when you click on your profile and you click edit right here, you want to make sure that the starting body weight and these 4 measurements are in, because the computer will give you graphs and data if it has the if it has the information to number crunch. If it doesn't have any information, it can't create graphs for you. So you're going to want to get that in. And then when you make your first journal entry, also enter your weight for sure. That way, this graph, let me show you. This graph is fun to see, and you want this graph to work right. So make sure that you put your beginning body weight in your journal for your first journal entry too, okay? But really I got distracted. That's not exactly what I was showing you, but I want to make sure that you know that's important. But in lap 2, it says take the fast track quiz and earn your first badge. The reason it's at the bottom of lap 2 is because if you have done, you've registered for the webinars and you're starting to come to those, you've watched these little 14 fast track videos, which takes less than 1 hour to watch. You've done those 2 things. You've read over these documents. You've come over here into lap 2, and hopefully you've started participating in your fast track webinars. You should be able to take, especially the Sunday and Monday night fast track, you should be able to take this quiz and pass it. When you pass it, you earn your first badge. This is important that you do before you go to lap 3. Because when you get to lap 3, it's all about the food library. And you want to have the food library fully open to you. If you haven't taken the test and earned your fast track badge before you start playing in the food library, you're going to get smaller lists of things. Now, I want you to know that having smaller lists of things is not a bad thing, because in the beginning, we don't need thousands and thousands of foods. But I know that one of the things that I did was I brought all the food from my pantry into my office, and I'm like, are these things approved? And if they were approved, I'd write with a Sharpie marker how to use them, and then I'd put it back in my pantry, and then I'd know how to use them. And then I brought things out of my refrigerator in here to the computer, and I'm looking it all up. And then so if your full food library is not open to you and you're starting to do this exploration of the food library, you might think, well, crud, there's hardly anything in this food library. Well, there's thousands and thousands of items in the food library, but it doesn't fully open to you until you have passed the test that's in lap 2. So I like for people to completely trust the fast track lap system, because it is built to build on each other, and it is purposeful as someone moves their way through there. So I'm going to stop my share tonight. And Brenda, did you enjoy tonight?
I really did. Yes.
Good. Did you learn a lot?
I did, actually. And I have to go back and look and see if I did pass my badge to my knowledge, but I don't know if I have the access to the food library that's more extensive or not. I'll have to take a look at that. I really didn't pay attention.
Okay, yeah. And if you've got the fast track badge, then you have it. Let me show you where to find your badge real quick. Okay, so we're back here in the website. One of the things that you can simply do is when you're in your profile, there's 2 places. I'm going to show you both places. In your profile, you just kind of scroll down, and then all these badges on the left-hand side are going to start showing up.
Okay.
And then you just scroll until you see fast track complete. And that doesn't mean that you've completed every task and every lap. It just means that you have your badge. Okay, but you still need to finish all of the rest of the laps. The other place to see your progress is to click progress. So when you click progress, this is really neat. So this is why I was telling you to put your beginning body weight in the journal and in the profile, is because you want to be able to get this. See, this is a chart. It won't create the charts if you don't have the information in there. And then that's your motivation level. This is walking miles. This is count of water. steps, all kinds of things in here. Let's say I want to have a look at my data graph right here. There's my weight. If I want to see what I lost in my waist, could do that. I didn't gain weight here. Somebody measured me wrong in the beginning.
Oh, no.
That was funny. I went, what? They're like, we're sorry. Here's another feature, Battle Buddies, which is really cool. Oh, and y'all, I have to go. I have to go do the other webinar. I'm doing the How I Overcame Food Addiction and Lost Weight webinar. So hop
Okay.
over there and find me, and I will see y'all in a second. Okay. Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Phyllis. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
You're welcome.